You either is or you ain't. You do or you don't. You can or you can't. Or you will or you won't. Either way, baby, a good man, well, he's hard to find. Hey everybody, McGillbilly here.
And I am Jamie.
Welcome to One More for the Good Guys. If you're here for the first time, we sure do thank you for stopping by. If you're returning, well, you probably need to find some new friends or some new hobbies, but we thank you nonetheless. As always, we're happy to have you. If you've done anything, whether it has been coming out to see us at Good Guys Cigars during events and or appearances that we've made there, or whether it's been in the music business and the things that we do there, anything you've done to help us, to support us, we say thanks. All that being said, also just be sure to hit the like, follow, subscribe, notifications, all that stuff is important. The likes, the thumbs ups are important. It's a free way to help the channel. Subscribing is definitely a free way to help the channel. And notifications is very important because it's going to allow our next videos to come up in your queue. And we're given all the restrictions with tobacco and cigar stuff. That's hard to come by these days. So do that and you'll get all of our stuff. And what are we doing today?
We are talking about the different sizes and shapes of cigars that we prefer.
So, our favorite cigar sizes.
Correct.
Here we go. What are you smoking today?
I'm smoking one of our favorites at Good Guy Cigars, the Villager Cream. I'm not even going to attempt to say the Queller part because I'm pretty sure it's wrong. But either way, this is in the Churchill size, Connecticut shade wrapper, and it's fantastic, especially at this price point. This is one of my favorite sizes, since we're talking about that, is Churchill. And that's something that's come about in the last 2 years, probably, because I used to be thick ring gauge. That was my thing. So.
Now say that, I'm sorry, I was pulling something up here. I missed every bit of that.
Well, I was just saying that this is in the Churchill size. I mean, formerly I've smoked about a third of it.
Right. Oh, I got you.
But that I'm learning, I'm really into Churchills right now, and that's not something I've traditionally been into. And this stick is one of the reasons.
I got you. I'm sorry. I thought you had said they had changed the size. I was like, since when? How many boxes behind am I? Oh man. So that's in a 7x54. In that Churchill, which is not a standard like traditional Churchill size. It's a little bigger ring gauge. The 7 inches, correct. But yeah, good man. Such a great stick. I've told this story a million times, but, I started smoking those 4 years ago.
Yeah.
And we smoked them. I was like, I just took a chance. The packaging looked incredible. And the bands and everything, they just looked really nice. And I thought, I'm going to buy a box of those just to try them. And as soon as I did, I called Jamie. I was like, dude, you got to smoke one of these. You got to tell me what you think.
One of our best sellers, too.
And I was like, I can't believe how cheap they are, how great of a value they are. And 3 years later, Cigar Aficionado gave them a 93.
Yep.
So, Villager, Queller Cream, great stick. I am smoking the... Speaking of one of my favorite sizes, I am smoking the J.C. Newman Cameroon Firecracker. This is a 3.5 by 50. Usually, on the little cap there, it's got the pre-cut. You've got the cap, and then you've got the little wick that, you get it, right? Great size, great stick. We carry the firecrackers from United Cigars in our inventory.
Very similar.
Very similar, exact same size. We have them in a Connecticut and a sun-grown currently. But this one is a special 60th anniversary of Stanford Newman's discovery of Cameroon tobacco. And we got this at the New England Cigar Expo, and I hadn't smoked it yet, and it'll be a really good one.
I smoked mine the other day, and it's good. So
the firecracker sizes, we also carry the last AJ Fernandez last call in Maduro in this same 3.5 by 50 size, which is a wonderful stick. Every time you smoke it, you're like, I can't believe
that happened this past weekend.
I forget how good these are.
Yeah, they're special good.
They are very. But the firecrackers, the stuff we carry, especially in this size, we'll let you know about the about this one in the Cameroon. But both of those, if you got a long morning ahead of you that you got a lot of enjoyment, say you're playing around the golf, you need a nice, mellow, very flavorful stick. The Villager and the Churchill's a great way to do that. And if you've got just a short morning or a short time, the sun-grown or the Connecticut, either one would, in the firecracker size, would go great as a way to kick off the morning, I think. Lots of times when we do events, I'll have a firecracker first, just because. I like them.
Me too.
Love this size.
So sizes, I was thinking about this. The cop out would be to just say, oh, well, I like it in this size because it's, I like this size and that stick. And that's fine. I want to talk about that too, but I wanted to talk about just aesthetics and mouthfeel and that kind of thing, and weight and the hold on it and whatever. I have big hands, so I always, and I still like the large ring gauge stuff. Like this is a La Roma de Cuba, which is in like a Grand Robusto or something. It's
just Robusto, but it's a 54 ring gauge.
Yeah, it's a big boy.
It's a 5 by 54.
And I used to smoke, this stuff and up. And a lot of the sticks that I still like are in that size. But I tell you what, I'm getting more and more into the standard Robusto size, like this Umbagog right here. What do you call that? About standard?
It's in the traditional sizes of Robustos, it's a 5 by 50.
Yeah, that's about what that is.
I like I'm a big fan of the Robustos in a 50 ring gauge.
Yeah.
It's the same ring gauge as that. That's a 50. So that might actually be a 52 in that Umbagog. I believe that is.
But traditionally, a 5 by 50 Robusto is like the traditional size. And I find myself, and you do this all the time, but when somebody comes up and we ask them how much time they have before we sell them something.
So important.
Yeah, because I know that we're doing a podcast. I've got time to smoke this Churchill. But if you're like at Trailhead and you're going to be there an hour, Robusto's perfect size. And there are some favorites this is one of them right here. This is the best version of this stick. Is in that size for sure. What else is a Robusto that's just the bully?
Well, yeah, the bully, the Romeo Julieta, 1875. We've had them in all of the different combined sizes that they make, and they're one of the absolute most. They probably sell as many of those in the worldwide as they do
It's a legendary
anything.
cigar.
It's a legendary. It's a what is it called? A legacy brand.
Yeah.
But I want that cigar in that size
Only. I have a box in the Toros that are not as good.
The EPC New Wave Connecticut's we carry, and they're in that traditional 5x50, as well as the Bully is a 5x50.
What do they call that thing? It's got a
Brilliantes or something like that, I think.
Man, that EPC New Wave Connecticut in that size is certainly
it's so
best.
good.
I haven't had any other size.
I have had it. I think it's few podcasts back of this, but I had took my mom to an appointment that she had an appointment, and I had to drive her there, and I had time to stop in. I stopped in the smoke pit, and I was going to try to find something I hadn't smoked. Well, good luck with that. So I don't know. I was like, we had just kind of gotten those EPCs in, and I was like, those are really, really good. I'm just going to buy me one of those. I got it. I'll get it in different size. Right. I got it in a Toro, and it was not the same.
Really? That's interesting.
I mean, it was a fine cigar. It was a fine stick, but it wasn't as good.
Yeah. Size matters. But, I find myself, like some of the stuff we got laid out here, I find myself when I'm thinking about a particular cigar or particular blend, I think of it in a particular size. Right here's a perfect example. You brought out this Monte Cristo 1935 anniversary. That's the AJ stick. Is this a no-doll stick? Is this a combined effort?
Yes.
And anyway, this is the size, right?
Yeah.
And I'm not a
Well, that was when you say the size, you mean the one that got the number 2. Yeah. Well, that was the first. Yes, that was the first size that got the rating, and then I think this past year's was in a different size.
Okay, but either way, when I think about this stick, I think this size torpedo, and I'm not a torpedo fan, really.
Yeah, I'm much more. And that's actually not a torpedo. That's a bellicoso. Yeah, they call it a bellicoso. It does look a little more torpedo-ish. But I'm much more torpedo or I'm much more bellicoso than you are.
Oh yeah, a lot.
As far as like the stuff that I really, really like.
And there are things that I like in that Vitola. Like, well, this is another one. We'll call this the big brother of the one that I smoke a lot that you turned me on to, the Connecticut, Antonio Connecticut, which we have in this size too. But this is a great shape and size for that smoke. So
we actually have this cigar. This is we actually have this cigar in not this size.
Or short.
Yeah, it's a 4.5 by 60. This is a 6 by 54, which I think I just found a really, really good deal on these, and I had never had them in this size. But yeah,
that's going to be an ass kicker probably.
This is full of man bacco.
Yeah.
As well as this one. Both these guys are
man bacco. And so was that one.
Yeah. This one as well is one of my favorite sizes. We have I like these in I really like these in this size. I also like these in the Robusto size, which is a while I'm trying to find it here. Where's it at? Did they not have any? Everyone? Oh well. Anyway, I can't remember the exact name, but this is the Don Pepin Garcia blue
affectionately
label.
known as the Blue Label.
Yeah, this is one of my absolute all-time favorites. Jamie's as well.
Man Bacco as well.
Yeah, good, strong. But a very different kind of strong. Like, it's not, I guess it's flavor profile, you know.
Yeah.
It's just completely different. These are more, you know, this is the Corojo, and I love it in this size, and I love it in the Robusto. The Robusto is a 5x50, and we have those. I think those are called Invictus. I believe is the name of that, but they are a very traditional size 5x50, and I think for these blends. And the reason, well, let's go ahead and get this.
Is that a 6x46?
This is a Corona. It's a 5x40, 5.6 by 46.
Okay.
So, yeah. The reason I think I like these so much is because if you think about this, I won't say the name of this website, but one of the first things it says about this says, I just seen it. Hang on, guys. I'll promise y'all. It is.
Get that big lighter over there.
Yes, I'm sorry. They always say this is a very Cubanesque cigar. And anytime people use that, two things. That could be a very standard vanilla way to descriptor, or it could, in this case, Don Pepin came from Cuba, was actually one of the people that defected from Cuba and left. So when they say Cubanesque blend, to me, that makes me want to try those cigars in that closest to traditional form. Because that's how he learned. I'm assuming, I don't know. He could have jumped around and shot a bottle rocket out of a mailbox. I don't know. But I would assume he learned in rolling those traditional sizes, and he learned to blend in those traditional sizes.
Sure he did.
Especially something if they're going to tout as original.
Right.
You know, his nod to the lineage or the history. So that's why I like that Corona size and the Robusto size in that one, because they are the kind of that traditional size and that ratio of filler to wrapper and all that other stuff that we've talked about in times past. But I love the Corona size. And, you know, we have found since being, you know, in the retail side of things, this is very less intimidating than
the size.
Trying to sell somebody a 7x54 Churchill.
Yeah.
And for most of the folks that we have been dealing with as of late, it has been, sizes have been a real factor on, we can A, sell you something, or B, sell you the right something.
Yeah.
For what you want and how you want to make your experience.
There's nothing sadder than a half-smoked cigar, right?
Yeah.
Sad. It's like a beer that somebody just left.
So I've used this analogy, and Jamie's probably tired of hearing it but I haven't said this on the podcast yet. But it really holds true. And this whole subject of being able to do this podcast in general, or this topic today on the podcast, is would love to sell you a $30 or $40, $50, $100 cigar. Yeah, I'm in the cigar selling business, right? And I'd love to sell you any cigar. But what I really want and what I'd really love to do and what really blows my skirt up is being able to sell you the exact right cigar for you. Giving you at least 3 different options of similar blends and knowing that the size is correct of everything you've told me that you may not have even know you told me during our interaction. But the size is correct, and I've got 3 that are similar in profiles. And now you, as the consumer, get to make your own decision of which one you want versus me just going, here, open your mouth and throwing a cigar in it and lighting it.
Yeah, and I think
that's customer service to me.
It is, and I think it's important that not only do we try to sell you the right blend, but then we find out how long you're going to be here, how long you're going to smoke, what's your attention.
Exactly.
A lot of people don't have a lot of attention span anymore. So there's that. And there's a reason that the Robusto size was the best selling size in the world for years and years and years and years.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I like Robustos for a reason that nobody really ever talks about, because here's the thing. You smoke a Robusto, that means I'm going to get to smoke another one in about an hour. So there's
Bingo.
that.
I like that too. Same thing with a nice Corona.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're someone who likes to dip and dive or, start with, maybe you're a lot of times Jamie and I are complete opposites on some things, and our smoking habits. Sometimes he'll start with a stronger cigar.
Mm-hmm.
And then finish up with something light.
Yeah.
Traditionally, I am the complete opposite. I'll start light and warm myself up to, something heavy. But, that's to each their own. But yes, if you like variety, and that's part, I think that's part of the fun of the journey of becoming, a cigar smoker and being a part of this hobby is the fact that you like to try different things.
Yeah.
There is definitely that time where I want a cigar that I want what I want.
Right. Me too.
Like when I reached for one of these, I wanted this cigar.
Right.
And I know what it gives me every time I've ever put fire to them.
Yeah.
When I want this cigar, which is another great size and a pretty damn good segue, I must say.
Yeah.
This is a 6x50 Toro. But when I reach for this cigar, this is the Villager 1888 Nicaragua. I want something that is just right under medium that's going to make my taste buds salivate. Caramelly sweet, lots of body, chewy smoke. But I know what that cigar gives me. So when I reach for that one, I know exactly. But there are times when we want to experiment and be able to try different things. So different sizes, different blends, all that stuff.
And you could try more different ones if you buy Robustos.
To your point.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. If we're at an event, especially an all-day event, I'll smoke 5, probably.
Yeah.
And if I want to get 5 in, which I do anytime I can, the Robusto is a good size to go with. And I'm learning, we were talking at the last event, and I was talking about the flavor. We did a presentation on body strength and flavor.
Yeah.
Right. And when I pick a cigar, because we smoke so often, strength level's not as big a deal, in my opinion. Like, that's on the back burner for me. I hardly ever go, oh man, I want to, you know what I'm saying? I'm all about flavor, and I like a high volume of smoke. That makes me happy. So body is important, but the condition of the cigar can greatly change that too.
Yeah.
Based on if it's too wet or whatever. But what I was telling them is that, and I say this all the time, because the sizes are important, jokes aside, it's the ratio of the wrapper versus the binder and the filler. And it's not something they just haphazardly put together and said, oh, let's make it this size. They've tested all these blends, and have decided that, but otherwise everybody would make their Robusto 5x50. Why wouldn't you? Mm-hmm. Right? But now Robusto is 5-ish by 50-ish. Right?
Yeah.
So, and that has a lot to do with, it's not because, we couldn't get the regular molds. It's because they
were going after.
Yeah, the blend.
Yeah,
so
the blend, the flavor, the recipe.
As far as though just blind, if you were just blind, and like these blind tastings that they do, and what cigar, as far as when you're holding it, like what size is your favorite to like? Forget the smoking part, just to handle.
Yeah,
that's a part of the experience, right?
I would say my favorite, like, I'll have to answer it this way. Like, I got my eyes closed. I don't need to. I know what I'm smoking. But like, this feels great. Right. And that's a 50 ring gauge.
Right.
Now, 54 feels fine too, but this feels like, I like that. You know what I mean? As far as and I like the mouthfeel on it. It's, it's very easy to, I think I wouldn't want it to be over 50 is not preferred. 50 and
in general.
And this is a great size, the 46. So I would say anything between like 46 and 50.
Yeah.
I'm probably just much more, into that traditional sizing.
Yeah. For me, sometimes the smaller cigars get lost in my hands a little bit. Mm-hmm. So even though I will always smoke based upon flavor and whatever size I think that flavor is going to be best in, but if it's just, okay, Jamie, you're going to hold it and whatever, it's Toro for me because it's a little bigger. And the traditional 6x50 would be fine too.
Well, when you said feel in the hand, I was just thinking ring gauge only.
Well, that too.
Like, so if you're blindfolded.
50, I got you. Yeah. I like but I tell you, I'm never been these all fall under the figurado umbrella, correct? But I'm starting to get into some of that. What was that Perfecto we smoked the other day? Anyway, I really enjoyed it. And of course
it was the two guys. It was the Perdomo, the two guys Perdomo.
That's right.
The one Perdomo made for Dave for his 40th anniversary or 40th birthday.
Yeah, which I said was the mildest Nicaraguan I'd ever had.
Golly, man.
It was,
what a smoke.
Yeah.
Nick, please.
Make more of those.
Make more of those. Call them whatever the hell you want to call them.
Yeah, call them. Yeah.
Call them good guys. We'll pay you for them.
Those are slick. Yeah.
Man, they were so good.
Yeah. But I really liked that.
That wasn't much bigger than like a 44 or a 46.
No, I'd say maybe 50, but it was
very odd.
And it was like a 5-inch, right?
Yeah.
But it was, it was tapered on both ends. And I really like that. I'm starting to warm up to, and this is what's going to happen for you because you go through phases. Sometimes I like chocolate, sometimes I like vanilla, right?
Mm-hmm.
So same thing all the way down to the size. A lot of people don't talk about the aesthetics and think about it. You're holding the cigar more than you're smoking it, right? You better be.
Yeah.
Okay. Although I always tell beginners that if you can set it in an ashtray, do. But either way, I'm getting into the perfecto stuff nowadays.
This was this is a 4.75. We were both wrong. 4.7. Well, they're probably measuring that from the largest point, which was the cigar was kind of bulbous, like a double
56.
56, yeah.
Yeah, that's the maximum.
And they still got those. Evidently. No, notify me. No, they're out. I would have shit the bed if they had still.
Yeah.
Everything they get sells out in 37 seconds.
The bottom line is try things in different sizes. Yeah. And I think that in a future episodes, we might do a good guys top 25 of 2025, maybe. Maybe bring it in one for each day of the Christmas season. Here's
12 cigars of Christmas.
Yeah. Maybe.
My first cigar for Christmas, Jamie gave to me.
And then we can say, okay,
Don Pepe and Garcia, original, Blue Label, Corona.
Well, we ought to post, and one thing you'll find on when you see us out or online or whatever, we carry things in the sizes that we think they are good in.
Yeah.
We don't buy.
Yes, that's a very good point. We try to carry the sizes that not just that we like, but like we like that cigar in. So, again, not to go back to this one completely all the time, but we don't carry a bunch of the different sizes of the 1935. We carry the Bellicoso. And not because they said, it's because
we've smoked a bunch of them.
Oh, I bought them because of what they said the first time. And I was just like, well, why in the hell would I ever buy anything else?
Yeah, I'm not even going to try another size. It was so good.
Yeah. Like,
I'll
take their word for it.
Yeah, and there are some sticks that are good in every size they make.
And there's some that we carry in a couple of different. Yeah,
Champagne, for example.
Perfect example. I've smoked the Villiger.
I haven't. I've only had it in that size in this. But,
With champagne, we've had them in Coronas, we've had them in Robustos, we've had them in Churchills, had them in the Toro or Epicure, as they call it. I love that one. One of my favorite Churchills, if we could ever find them anymore, is a true Churchill. The two sticks actually. The Villager 1888 Nicaraguan and the AJ Fernandez Nicaraguan series. They come in a 7x47, which is the original Churchill size. That's what he wanted his cigars in. This one's pretty close. This is the Passion by La Aroma de Cuba. This is in a 49.
Yeah, I was going to say it's close to 50.
But still, it's just, I don't know. Those feel right, you know?
Yeah. No, I agree.
In the hand.
Yeah.
Now, another one that feels pretty right in the hand that you always, every time we get something in it, you'll be like, no, that just feels right. Is usually like in a 52. I've noticed that when you've said that in times past, like if we're trying something that we hadn't had before and we get it in that and you're just like, man, that just feels, that's the right feel.
I did that the other day with something we had, I remember, but sounds crazy, but it is important, I would say if I had to list my favorite size overall, just ever, it's probably, it would get more of my stuff that I like in my humidor if I bought all Robusto stuff.
Yeah.
Meaning, most of the things that I smoke, the Robusto is a banger. A lot of times.
I feel like, and I've told customers this and friends this that's asked me, but I feel like a very accurate representation of a blend. Like if somebody's saying, "Hey, have you tried so and so's for the first time?" and you'll be like, "No, you need to really try those." Okay, I'll check them out. I'll usually try them in a Robusto and a Churchill because I think I can figure out the rest.
Yeah,
of the not really tendencies, but the characteristics from one side of the extreme to the other, and if something that I really like doesn't, if say I like it all the way through and it doesn't just either crescendo at the end or doesn't really change a whole lot or develop into something by the size, like on a Churchill side of it, I'd probably try that cigar in a Toro or another size too.
Just to make sure,
if that makes sense.
Yeah, just to make sure. Give it every. There's a lot of stuff out there that's going to tell you what the size, the preferred size is, but you can find all that here too.
That's correct. And sometimes, they may only smoke that one size, like in a lot of these blind reviews, like that they do for these lists, Cigar Aficionado or Cigar Journal or Cigar Snob, Cigar Authority. Probably not Cigar Authority. I'd say they've tried it in all sizes if it's something they liked. But the other three that are like print or web-based media, the manufacturer that sent them the cigar probably sent 3 to 5 in the best size they thought that they picked, right? You wouldn't send the worst. Well, this firecracker size ain't worth shit, but now I need to sell that Toro's great.
Yeah.
So let's send the firecrackers for the review.
Yeah.
That's not going to be the case. So that, I guess what I'm trying to get at is ultimately those types of lists and those type of reviewers, those types of things may have only smoked said cigar in one size. They might not have tried. Perfect example, the 60 by Rocky Patel. I've tried them in 3 different sizes, and 2 of them were complete dog rockets.
But that 60-60.
That 60 in the 60 size is something, I don't know why or what, but it's very special. It's really good
it's
cigar.
obvious, it's obvious that the size and those matter based on the blend ratio.
Yeah.
I think that something that comforts me is when we get in a new product and it's only in one size. I like that. I get that the marketing, we want to appeal to the masses and whatever else, but Crown Heads Tennessee Waltz, one size.
Another perfect example, the Umbagog Bronzeback, one size.
One size. What else? There's several that are that way. The La Camina from Warped comes in one size.
Yeah. In a Corona size. Which I didn't realize, but that's neither here nor there for this episode.
So that makes me feel good when I see, it only comes in one size. That tells me that this is their best offering, right? We've tried to make it in other sizes, but this is the one. Because really, do you need 9 different sizes? The reason Nick Pake makes 9 different sizes in the champagne is because they're good in all the sizes.
Yeah.
Right? He wouldn't do that if they weren't. So.
Yeah, you would. I mean, obviously, at some point, sales numbers drives.
Absolutely.
Right. If you sell size 10.5s, you're,
Yeah.
Why are you going to carry 6,000 pairs of 14 Triple E?
Yeah.
So,
which is you go into some of the shops and you'll see something in 12 different sizes. And I'm like, how would an uninformed customer even know where to start? You're already in the weeds as it is because you're surrounded by stuff you've never seen. Now I got to pick from 16 sizes, which is an exaggeration. But point being, I like it when they send one size. Here it is. This is the cigar.
Yeah. Well, I don't have to ask you, what do you think about your Villiger?
I've talked more than normal and I've had to light it.
I did too.
But it's fantastic as always. This is just a smoke that anybody could smoke any time of day. And you could hotbox this thing, and I've kind of hotboxed it a little, keep it going because I've been talking so much, but I love it. Yeah. I mean, it's fantastic.
Yeah. No surprise there. They are tremendous, great cigars.
How about that one that's been discontinued?
Yeah, that's only been made for 38 seconds. The El Baton firecracker. Man, you don't think of Cameroon as being, you think of it being a little bit bold. But most of the time you think of it being, like that, that base baking spice, ginger snap, that
more bark than bites, basically.
But in the firecracker size, this packs a punch.
Great flavor though, don't you think?
Really good. Really good.
And when I smoked it, I didn't know it was Cameroon. I smoked it at the end of our event the other night, and I was like talking to somebody, and I was like, I just stopped mid-sentence. So I was like, damn, this cigar's good.
Yeah.
Like, what is it? I was like, what is this?
It's got, there's parts in there during the smoking process. There's parts in there. It's got that nice sweetness that Cameroon brings, and some of those, I guess, like the baking spice thing, is just like on 11. It's not normally, it's just really pronounced.
Yeah.
Versus, there's some ginger, the ginger is really,
I thought so too.
Really hot. Like your sinuses and your conscience will be clean if you're smoking. If you're a retrohaler.
Oh yeah.
This one's gonna, it's like just packing your nose full of Vicks without the mentholyptus, of course. You just pack your nostrils full of ginger salve. That'd feel great, I bet. No, it's very good.
So so good, I'd like to have a box of them.
Yeah, no kidding. They just sold out so quick, and we just came in under the deadline of being able to buy these by the box, being a retailer.
Right.
So the good thing is, though, however, the firecrackers and collaborations with people like J.C. Newman, Steve Saka, Perdomo made a firecracker. HVC has made a firecracker in the past. That is a yearly occurrence. So we will now be able to get those, and probably I would imagine we'll be ordering heavy.
Yeah.
On when they come out with these limited releases of stuff. But until the meanwhile, if you liked all the stuff you heard here today and or would like to talk to us, leave a comment in the comment section. You can always go to goodguyscigars.co. You know the rest of that story, and you can check out all of the selections we've had here today and many, many more. I think
come
that's
out and
it.
see
That's
us.
that.
Come out and see us.
Yeah.
Calendar's live, shows where we're going to be all the time.
Nice. Yeah. I meant to.
We're going to probably start doing, when we figure out our process a little better, and we're getting pretty good at it.
I think so. We're gaining on it.
We're gaining on it, but I think it'd be nice to maybe do some live remote podcasting along with that, especially at events that we're going to be at all day where there's lulls involved.
Yeah. Yeah, well, we could possibly do that. But
come out and see us. We're all over the place.
Yeah, as Jamie says, go check out the event calendar on the website. It's goodguyscigars. You know the rest. You want to do another one?
Sure.
Folks, be kind. We're going through, and I know I've said this a million times, we're going through some really crazy times right now in the world. Everybody wants it. They don't know what it is, but they want it now. And I think being right all the time is one of those things that they want. And it's not a good look for any of us, no matter what side of the divide you may be on, but they have created a division, and we got to be a little more united in that stand. But
and one thing to say is that, look, everybody has their day. You know, you're going to make mistakes. You're going to get pissed off and whatever else. It's not like we're the good guys and we're without fault. No, that's not the case, especially for me.
Wait a minute.
Yeah. Oh, hey.
You speak for yourself.
Yeah, well, yeah. this guy.
I'm just kidding. No, it's a good point.
We're preaching to ourselves is what we're doing. More than anybody else.
100%.
I need to be a lot kinder.
100%.
Than I am.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, I know.
First step's admitting it.
I know. Hey,
it's a big step.
It is a big step. I don't like big steps, like little steps.
We're all 100% guilty. Human is charged. So regardless of what side of the divide you're on, be a little more united. Be kind to one another. It doesn't cost a dime to be kind, but there's always a price to be paid for cruelty. That's it. That's that. You heard it here first. We'll catch you next time. Cheers. One more for the good guys.
I'll be gone in the morning before the sun comes up, with me and my weenie dog and my pickup truck. And either way, baby, a good man, it's hard to find. I said, now either way, baby, a good man, it's hard to find.